Good evening, ladies and gents. This is the Nerds to Human, and welcome to our Britannia Rebels campaign on Medieval 2 Total War. You join us with a particularly cheerful tune here today, which is lovely, but probably not quite befitting for the death and violence that is soon to follow, because our army outside Glasgow has, found some armies, unfortunately. So, whilst good scouting has revealed that potential problem, we might well retreat to our stone fort for the time being. But this is at least a good spot to try and defend. Inverlocky up in the north is also under siege, but soon to be attacked. They have themselves their claymores and therefore rams ready for the assault. Skye, likewise, soon to be under siege once again. In the south, though, well, actually, let's start over in Ireland, because in Ireland we did, of course, get Dublin last turn. Baron Alliance doesn't spawn till turn 8, so at the moment we're still in that lucky period where we managed to get the English rebels. But on the road to Tipperary, there might well be a little fort and an army here or there in the way, so we'll deal with that as it comes. More interestingly, though, is over here in Oxford, where we have ourselves the chance to pillage next turn. A fair few units in there, but I reckon we should be fine to take those lads out. But more interestingly, something we didn't actually notice at the end of last episode is over here, the much more interesting story of this army outside of London, of all places. And London is just King Henry himself. How utterly delicious is that? Marvellous news. So yes, King Henry is soon to go down. I say soon to go down, but we do need to be careful, because while the English do have a soft underbelly, they do potentially have some armies hanging around. So let's be careful about this. Oxford we know is fairly safe, but we can't really get around too far in that direction. What I'm more concerned about is Arundel, which is castle right here, very, very much in range. In fact, we could go there if we wanted to. London, though, a much better prize for us to capture, and we can certainly do that in one turn with a big pile of spearmen and armoured swordsmen. So for us, we need to think what's the best angle of approach to minimise the chance of them attacking us, and I would suspect that's over in this direction over here, because Norwich is a long way away, and Canterbury down in the south there. So we're going to swing all the way around. I'm going to get the horses there first, just to make sure we've got the siege underway. We'll just grab ourselves some ladders. Lovely news, and we'll look at the rest to join up. Marvellous news. So, with London under siege, hopefully, safely, Oxford and London next turn. Oh, that'll be glorious indeed. These lads over here will keep them hanging around. Oh yes, of course, the Welsh landing on Castletown or on the Isle of Man. Very nice indeed. Let's end a turn and see what happens. Unsurprisingly, Inverlocky is immediately under attack, and their army, well, only Captain James coming along, and I don't suspect they can do too much damage to us here. Let's head in, let's see what we can do. Now, of course, we are only a Motte and Bailey castle here, which means there are no walls to stand on, and the damage from these towers is likely to be minimal. But we do, though, have ourselves the Motte and the Bailey, so a little hill for us to stand on here, and our archers can get themselves a very nice shot indeed. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're managing to burn down this ram. It was always worth to try, because although they have 4 rams, any ram we do burn down just leaves them standing in front of the gates, getting shot for a bit longer. Sadly, though, despite a few extra people getting burnt, no, not an awful lot of damage has been done, unfortunately. That is a bit of a shame, but always worth the risk, I would think, with 4 units of fire archers. But you can see there, like, even 4 units has failed to burn down a single ram. It's just not worth it on very hard, really, but there we are. Always worth reminding yourself if it was worth the risk. I probably won't be bothering with fire arrows on rams for the rest of this campaign, judging by that, but we're going to shoot these lads down. We've got ourselves a very nice position here. In case you're wondering what my general plan is, well, we have ourselves the rabble at the front just to hold them off. Going to keep the Highlanders, going to keep my powder dry on that. Want to keep those troops ready for a later attack, or indeed a later invasion if we decide to go that way. Now, at this point, they're going to start flooding in, and of course, we actually have ourselves a really, really nice shot at a lot of their troops. So I'm going to send these two over on this side to use fire arrows down on these guys who are going to be at the front. No, don't run away, you utter fools. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Okay, that's kind of slightly ruined their angle, actually. You know what? It's fine. We'll just keep on going. They are pushing in pretty effectively, actually. That's why we got these lads over here. You guys go and close the trap a little bit. The archers were supposed to be doing a little bit more damage, but their angle got slightly scuppered, of course. So there we are. There's one break. A few more arrows coming in. The Highlanders are going to make a little hit, and hopefully that'll be a break. Yeah, that's a nice break there. That's a nice break indeed. Archers aim at these front lads. I'm just going to pull these guys out of it. I don't really want them to get themselves killed. We lost more of these darn lads than I was hoping for, actually. But on the whole, we pretty much managed to break them. Okay, let's get in. Let's get in, my good sirs. Send these guys to finish them off. The battle is pretty much entirely over. Send all of your shots to the back to shoot them down. And there we are. It's just these cav who need to be slaughtered at this point. Get in and finish them off. Down goes the horse. And with that, I imagine the break. There we go. Okay, more of this rabble was lost than I really wanted. But overall, we seem to have done the job, which is good news indeed. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone to chase them down with. But I suppose that is just the way that it goes. You know what, if we can lose one rabble to them trying to break in the city, that's not bad, all things considered, but I could have done that just a little bit better. Oh well, next time, hopefully, we'll learn. Well, with the defence of Inverlocky complete, then it's time to worry about the next problem, which is their main army taking on our fort. But luckily, well, I say luckily, with any luck, they will bother to attack, and we'll be able to deal with them with a nice stone fort. I'd like to show that off sometime soon. If we're unlucky, they won't bother attacking. But on the note of the luck of attacking or not, I see England have not got any reinforcements over to London. There are some actually over here near Oxford, but they're also too late. Oh, glory. I don't mind losing a few more of my rabble than I was hoping for in this battle, if it sets us up nicely. Actually, we got a few of them back. It's not too bad. This unit's mostly destroyed, but they can keep a tower on or something like that in the future, so let's not worry about that. These guys over here, a bit more experience. There we are. Let's have a full unit of experience lads. We use these two to block the gate next time. No need to worry about any of that nonsense. Ah, Captain Macbethard. Lovely. And yeah, let's go straight down to Oxford, shall we, and London. I think we want to head straight into here. I am excited for this. The game would not give it to me if we auto-resolved, but I don't really need to worry about any of that nonsense. Now, authority is actually very, very, very important for England in particular. They will have things like the Baron Alliance pop up according to authority a lot of the time. So if we can keep their authority low, then that will cause them more problems. Also, it means we presumably have one more turn where we can have a rebellion if their new king is worse with authority, but I don't really know how he's going to turn out. Most importantly, though, he's soon to be dead. So let's head in with the bagpipes a-blazing. Let's go. In we head to London then, or Landon as it should probably be called, and they are not defending the gate. At the very least, could have got a few pot shots on us, but it looks like we're going to have a simple enough walk into the city with a nice stroll down the streets, have a waltz around, and make our way to the plaza where it looks awfully like, oh yes, the king is very lonely indeed. Here we are on the plaza then, it's time to charge on in, and these guys are going to pin them in position. They haven't actually decided to move, and oh yes, actually, I hadn't even thought about that, but we've actually got control instantly. Well, isn't that exciting? You guys, charge on in, go down to normal speed. You know what, just pull out, and he's gone. He's gone nice and early. Wow, that's beautiful. The charge might have done an awful lot of good. Okay, we've actually lost a fair few of those lads. We're going to get the swordsmen round the flank. In fact, that's probably what you should be doing, Mr. Cavalry. Get yourselves around the side and we'll charge into them from over here. We might not get a second good charge in, but by God, we'll try. We could just decide to hold on. I mean, at the moment, I'm on defense mode to try and minimize our losses, but we are actually probably going to kill them by the end of these 3 minutes anyway. We'll see if we get a little bit of a charge in. If nothing else, we'll pin them in position. I'll be going to charge. Get your things down. Not quite, but you know what? We're going to hit them from all angles at once. That's fine. These guys are pretty safe in the rear. You know what? Let's just make sure we don't lose any of those lads. They're quite important to us. Same with these Island Swordsmen. To be honest, they should largely be able to do the job without getting themselves killed. So we'll pull those guys out of there. We'll save them for another day and for a different battle. We'll let the anti-cav spearmen do their job. At this point, we're probably better, actually, just to go on to attack mode, finish the lads off, and that looks like London is ours, ladies and gents. Glory! Oh, I love the music on this as well. 99 men lost to take London. I will very happily take that one indeed. And there he goes, the King of England, with it, potentially more rebellions, but more importantly, a big bucket of loot. English soil, true English soil. I immediately want to get myself a merchant's wharf, but no. No, Thomas. Oh yeah, we can get ourselves more units. Of course we can. Oh, that is marvellous news. Okay. Get ourselves some of that. Actually, a couple of those. We'll get one archer because we want a bit of tease people into position if we need to. Weapons. Interesting. Hertfordshire is the home of weaponry. Who knew it? Okay, and into Oxford as well, because whilst they can presumably try and take us out next turn, if we get in with enough, well, minimum enough losses, we might have to train a few new units and then hold on. Oh, this is just beautiful. In case you forgot what they had here, there's Hugh de Vere, who of course sounds awfully French and should be taken down, but they also have a couple spear militia and some town militia, so taking them down on the walls could be problematic. I'm not entirely sure. Looks like stone walls to me. So, yes, this one could be interesting. It could be a very bloody affair indeed. I think we got enough to do it, but we're going to take a lot more losses this time. In we go then, and I've decided to give myself a little bit of a side angle here. I've come from not the original approach, mainly because I wanted to use the corner to shoot them in the rear. Unfortunately, they do seem to be defending this side pretty heavily, so I'm just going to leave these troops for now. That's where I've left these lads and my crossbow lads, because I wanted to get them around the side. I can still do that to these chaps though. I can just do it from the other angle, so that might be what happens in a minute. The archer militia on this side can come over here and we'll see what we can do. Let's watch them burn down the ram with just their towers and not 4 units of archers shooting it down, because that'll be really annoying and tedious, but it would indeed be what I expect to happen. They've town militia over there, so I'm probably going to need more to back that up, but on the very plus side, these lads should be okay to hold their own against these chaps, so we might well be able to get the gate actually, and the gatehouse is the most important thing. We can get the cavalry inside, then I will be, yeah, there we are, the ram's got there. Oh, it's got there and it's burning down as it arrives. Of course it cocking would. Yeah, you see, this is what the game is just taking the absolute mick with us. That's actually by far the best place you could ever dream of the ram burning. I mean, in some ways it probably would burn the gatehouse down, but no, it was now blocking it. I actually couldn't get another ram there if I wanted to, or if I even had one. So, oh well, that is what it is. I'm going to send these guys over here. These lads are now going to have to worry about the fact that I'm going to start sending these guys in at this moment. There we are. Now they're running towards the, well, I was going to say the gate, but they're not running towards the gate, are they? No, they're not. You guys also get up here. We're just going to have to put out everything through the front. Is that ram? That might actually block our cavalry from entering. We'll see about that. I think it might, you know, certainly slow them down, that's for sure. It's not completely non-existent. They are shaking and I'm not surprised. They're going to be getting shot as well as they approach. This is really not... It's not in our favour. We are struggling badly. The only advantage we do have is that these spear militia seem to have gotten off this particular wall, which is very good news indeed. In fact, for the moment, the wall's actually not shooting, so I'm going to run up my 2 units here so they are ready to get on the walls as soon as the opportunity presents itself. So run over there, get yourselves in position. Archers, could you be doing something useful potentially? But I can't bother to work that out right now. See if you can run over there. You might manage to do it. You two both run into there. The fact that this tower is still theirs is kind of... Okay, well, they've broken. That was great, my good sirs, wasn't it? That was brilliant. We're going to lose terribly. On the plus side, the timing of our little wangle move has at least got us where we want on this part of the map. And these Livy Spearmen are looking vastly superior in terms of... Oh, they're not, actually. I thought we were doing well there. I don't think we are, actually. And they're routing as well. We are in big trouble. Well, we've managed to win on one of the towers, if only through sheer numbers. So that's something, I suppose. These archers are they just... Why are they fleeing? Okay, they're fleeing away from the towers now for some reason because we've got one tower under control. Very strange indeed. But you know what? That works for me, I suppose. I'm very confused as to why they're doing the tactics they're doing. But at this point, we've somehow got away with this mess. Now, they come back over towards the walls, and I don't know if they're going to try and defend them or if they're just standing around. Now, they've actually the tower, which doesn't make any sense. They're now getting shot, which is hilarious. I mean, the AI has really screwed this up because I was in big trouble, and now they're just standing around. And the kings decide to stand in front of our archers and get himself killed. Archers, please, please, please stay on the wall. Please, please, please don't give them any reason to move around. And great. Now they're moving around. Well done, you fools. Can we walk through the ram? We can, but it does seem to be blocking them, which is interesting. Yeah, they got so clutch with that. That is staggeringly rude as far as I'm concerned. We're going to organise ourselves now in case they come back. For the time being, we're just going to get ourselves lined up. If these guys know how to actually, you know, soldier, that would be great. Anytime, lads. That's not quite what I asked you, is it? Anyway, and we've got the Male Knights lined up to charge in if we need it. But I think at this point they're just retreating to the plaza. They are 57% 31, which, you know, we're assaulting, so not the worst thing in the world. But honestly, I have no idea how we got away with that. Yeah, they had enough infantry to make the walls very, very difficult indeed. But I guess I just got my timing right with this flank to just make them too scared to continue fighting. I think when I took that, they then thought, oh gosh, we're outflanked, we can get shot in the side. So that maybe is giving them too much credit. But either way, one way or another, I got away with it. I was a bit unlucky with the ram. I got a bit lucky on that flank. But I think now, as we organise, time to head forward and shoot them down. It's taken us a while to get everyone into position, but I think we are just about ready for it. In fact, we're going to get these crossbowmen right to the very front, actually. So, with the crossbowmen right at the front, time for the archers and the crossbows to start shooting. You, my good sirs, you are allowed to skirmish. Other lads, less so. Of course, we've got ourselves the cavalry round the flank here to get a charge in. And in between charges, we're also going to get the archers to stand in position to shoot them in the rear. If they want to come in, they're obviously going to run into all of our infantry, which just pins them in place quite nicely. Okay, you lads. Just get back into position with everyone else, will you? That'll be fine. Run away, run away. Okay, they're broken, actually. They're not even going to make it. Oh, that's interesting news indeed. In fact, maybe the whole trap is barely even needed. Okay, you lads, just stand there and shoot them. Oh, lovely news. Is that going to be enough to hold off against Captain William? Probably not, but we will see soon enough. Oh, lovely. We can get 2 units trained. Actually, so these guys are... Is that what you are? Technically, Town Militia. Yes, you are indeed. How much does a new unit actually have? 112 men. Oh, God darn it. We're not quite there, are we? Okay, you know what? I'd rather have a new unit, to be honest with you. So there we are. Lovely, lovely news. Oxford and London, both under our control. Oh, isn't that lovely? And a very... very tasty looking Winchester empty down the road. Let's not worry about that too much for now. Let's try and consolidate. And what we might want to do is use the peasant unit to stop worrying about what's going on up there. Interesting. And start hiding in this forest. There's no reason anyone should come into that spot there. So let's just keep an eye on Captain Garrett. But we'll try and move him over to somewhere more southerly at some point soon. Okay, over here. Aha, they do have themselves rams and whatnot. Now, this seems like a very good way of us losing our whole army up in Scotland, and maybe we will. Maybe we will, but honestly, that's the best chance we've got to hold on. So, anytime Wales wants to attack, that'd be lovely. Dublin under siege. Not really anything I can do, but we will see how that one goes. Oh, beautiful! They vacated the fort, which means Tipperary is sitting there ready for the taking. Oh yeah, Captain Cork. Uh-oh. These have experience. You know what? I'm happy in my fort, actually. I'm happy in my fort. Yeah, I'm quite happy there. That's fine. Just stay there. Okay. Right, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? We could do over here with some more men. Oh, I was just talking about how we could do with some scouts. And of course, we have ourselves the ability to hire troops. Oh, this is glorious. Oh, I love it. I love it. We can hire. Skye's under siege, so we can't hire there. Islay. Oh, Irish Kerns. Not the worst things in the world, but what's the upkeep? 150. Should we worry about upkeep? Well, we're going to lose a lot of money, aren't we? Treasury total next turn. I mean, we might be able to gain something, but we should just spend what we have while we have the opportunity. It's a big shame that they didn't attack Ireland or Dublin one turn later, if I'm honest. Let's not worry about any of the infrastructure for now. Let's just get troops lined up. Nothing else we can do for now. I wouldn't mind. We have the general, but I wouldn't mind getting a border horse, seeing as we might lose him at some point soon, because he's in his 60s. He gained 4 experience last time. Might have been 3. Might have only had 1 at the start, but it is what it is. Okay, this is all very, very exciting with the money we've got. Ooh, a boat! Oh, yes, they can travel a long, long way, can't they? Okay, we've got a boat. Let's get ourselves around to safe ports. Now, how long that will last safe is a different matter, but yeah, if we can get you up to the Isle of Islay, that gives us a lot of opportunities. Okay, boats appearing now as well. That's exciting. Looks like the only admiral we've got for the moment, but first boat, that's exciting news. Interesting, the Scottish Army are going to attack Dumfries instead, which potentially works in my favour. London under siege immediately, not working in my favour, but at least I've got a few new units. No. Used to Medieval 2, largely accepting those, but no, I'm not going to do that. Wow! We have ourselves a proper armoury in London, do we? That's exciting. You know what? I reckon with what we've got here, very good chance that we can hold the city. That's nice. Noble... No! Oh, that is tragic. Convert to our cause. Okay. Interesting. Presumably that's an English army that's rebelled. That is of interest. Anything else? Another convert to our cause. And who are you? I don't see you. Someone's converted, but we are at odds to know who it is. Well, since the Irish seem to be a little bit stronger over here than I imagined, maybe it's time we head back on the road from Tipperary, past the English, and maybe back towards Dublin, because I wouldn't mind defending it, or I guess retaking it if I must. Maybe Trim is where we should be headed instead. I'd quite like to keep hold of my boat if I can. And yes, of course, some of our converts we better make use of. Now, Shrewsbury we can't get to because the Welsh are blocking that direction. So let's head over here. You know what? Yeah, we'll go and take ourselves this lovely fort near Gloucester. This is presumably Gloucester. Indeed it is. Oh, an English castle with 1 unit. Oh, that could be interesting. Now, there are tons of armies in this part of the world. I'd rather head east than west, but opportunities ahoy. And indeed, there's plenty that our money is spread into. at the moment. Yes, I've got myself some more units in all my towns up in Scotland. And just the odd burst of money early on is going to be huge. I think I should really look for my next money opportunity, because if I can get... Actually, let's get you down to this forest. I don't think anyone should come through here with any luck. Oxford is looking more and more defended. No need for roads. That just speeds up their assaults on me. Roads are for the aggressor and not for the defender. And for the time being, I am very much defending my holds in England. Okay, things are interesting, but I can't help but think, yeah, there are still a lot of problems teetering on the edge here. I don't feel like I'm confident of getting my boats to where I want them. What I could do is scout a little bit and come back to port, because that can give me a good idea if anything. Oh, I can't go back to port anymore. I guess we're heading over here because we see that's largely okay. Now, ooh, what we could, in theory... Now, okay, boats will appear again. But for now, this boat can maybe give us some eyes and ears. You'll head up to Islay next turn anyway. Islay's getting itself a nice force. I don't mind if I lose that, really. What I'd much rather do is start heading into these towns now. Now. One step forward into Glasgow. That's kind of what this scout's for, Thomas. Do we want to do this now? We'll probably find that Glasgow is going to have extra troops hiding around somewhere. But you know what? Border Horse or the Holobars are not going to be that useful in a siege. So let's use those to scout what might still be around in this part of the world. Looks like... Okay, there are some more troops near Stirling, but nothing too much. Okay, I reckon we might be pretty safe to start heading in. So let's just grab all the ladders we can. Can we get one tower? One tower would be nice. How much can we get rid of that? Okay, you know what? They don't have a lot. They only have one unit. So quite honestly, maybe I don't need to worry about the tower. What I do need then is lots of ladders just to outmaneuver that lad. And yeah, we'll get one ram anyway because we can. Good news indeed. Now these guys are a little bit out of position. What I might do is send these Holibars instead. I'd rather lose this small unit. Although actually no, I'd rather keep eyes on what's going on down here. Don't worry if we lose Dumfries. I'd rather take Glasgow. And then maybe... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, of course, we can't go around this way. This is how we need the boat. Yeah, we can go around and start sniping off some of their other territories. It'll be very interesting indeed. But for now, it looks like we're going to have to defend. And Captain and Captain. That's good, because we just lost our general over here. And I wanted some horse to catch... to catch their units after a siege, because that is a problem for us, but that will have to happen after we relieve this particular siege. Let's see how the intern treats us. Looks like Dumfries is going down. They even have a darn catapult, heavy pike militia. I don't know what it is we can do with this particular battle, to be honest. I feel like an auto-resolve is perfectly fair. 50 men, you know what? It's fine. We'll just have to cope with what we've lost. Right, and Inverlocky under siege, that's fine. This just really is eating their armies. Yeah, they're going to get distracted by attacking the horses. That's fine by me. Hopefully we can withdraw somewhere. Not enough, sadly. Now, let's be honest. What unit is this? Because if they're only sending one unit against our horses, we might actually have a chance here. Oh, they sent 2 units of border horse to our Holobars. Okay, let's just... auto-resolve. Oh yeah, if we auto-resolve we just die. I forgot that we... Okay, we don't necessarily die, but we just died. So, crossbow militia. Lots and lots and lots of missile troops. Not very many. This is some of the forces who came before, but with some new lads joining on. These crossbow militia are actually not very good at hand-to-hand, which suits me very nicely indeed. Okay, let's head into Skye. Biggest trouble are these dismounted Huskars over here. They need to be shot down as much as possible before they arrive. As for the rest of them, not too worried about these lads with the ladders, Viking Raiders. We'll shoot them down to start with, but I won't worry about them too much. Biggest problem is actually going to be the gate, to be honest. These Viking Raiders are going to take a couple volleys before I then start worrying about the lads in the centre. Oh, that's lovely. They're getting themselves shot down quite beautifully. Crossbow militia, as we have acknowledged, are not particularly good at hand-to-hand combat, but if we can weaken the lads at the front, that would be ideal. These lads now have a beautiful shot into the side here, so when we're done shooting these Huskars, 84, not terrible damage, but not the best. Let's aim for these guys who are going to be entering the front, because we can do some horrible, horrible work to them. And to be honest, once they start fighting over here, we'll be able to shoot these guys in the back, and that's pretty much the plan. You know what? You guys shoot them. You guys shoot them, because that's going to be, I think, the most effective way of dealing with this. Something accident at the gate, hardly surprise him. Now, the guys over here, once again, are not going to move. They're not going to move, at least for the time being, until it looks like... Oh yeah, these guys are doing some horrible, horrible damage over here. If you can still shoot them, please do. And, okay, yeah, the guys at the far side aren't going to go anywhere until this gate is down. We've done so much damage to these lads already. It's absolutely insane. And down goes the gate. Norse archers are quite good at hand-to-hand combat. They do also have themselves a little shield. Those peasant archers, though. Norse archers down to 11. Fine, I'm quite happy about that little scenario. Let's take all of our archers off. Yeah, dealing at fire with will, because we don't need to worry about that. Hopefully, yeah, these guys are going to come in now. Let's not worry about that. These guys are going to fight us at the gate. You guys get yourselves down off the wall, because the timing is just perfect for that. As for you, this is slightly awkward. You shoot at those chaps. In fact, you shoot at them as well. I'm quite happy getting all of these guys down here. And they've got them. They've got them dealt with. That is absolutely fine. It's just a case now of shooting down the dismounted Huskars, who are, of course, pretty darn troublesome. But let's not worry too much about that. Down goes the general. Some of the rabble have slaughtered them. Good news indeed. These guys are now running around the towers as to be expected. Okay, we're going to start running around the tower. We should keep this one on as we run between the two of them. We just want to make sure we're in position for the next tower here. So maybe get yourselves over to there. Just keep them getting whittled away as we deal with that. So these guys obviously want to get themselves into a nice position. I would say something like... You know what, just run over there. Just run over there. Get yourselves ready for the next assault. Are these guys fleeing as well? They are. Oh, isn't that just magnificent? Okay, arrows. If I'm honest, we could probably do with saving some of what we've got at this point. So don't worry about shooting down any more of these stragglers. We'll just kill them if they want to climb the walls. Now, as for the rest of this, these guys are in quite a nice position. I'll keep them there, but these lads, you can head over here and catch the reinforcements. Oh, isn't this just beautiful? We've now got these lads in position, ready to start shooting them down as they arrive. Honestly, just shoot at whoever you like. These lads are, more importantly, going to get themselves into somewhere around here just to shoot them in the back. You know what? Where you are is fine. Where you are is fine. Shoot at whatever you like now, my good sirs. Into, is this their non-shield side? This is their shield side, unfortunately. They have picked that way to go around the city, unfortunately. But the shield doesn't do a lot when you get shot in the back. So let's just shoot them in the back. That'll be marvellous news. Both of these on guard at the gate. I don't suspect they're going to worry about the tower at this point. What I'm going to do, actually, is send these around to here. Let's just get these guys at the gate in a little surround position. That'd be marvellous. And yeah, let's not worry about that. These guys back onto fire at will, because they're going to start getting in range very, very soon indeed. These lads run back to the entrance. That'd be perfect. You are still getting a few shots off. That's fine by me. And yeah, if you can just run around here now, that would be perfect. Oh, this is just lovely news. And it looks like we are largely dealing with the reinforcements here. Let's just slow this down a little bit. We've got the archers mainly shooting them down. Some of them are now going for the tower. No, they're just running away. That's not quite the same. You guys just shoot down the lads who are fleeing. That'll be fine. All of the infantry just charge out because there's victory. There indeed is victory. Another day, another brutal victory. Some generals presumably dead in this glitched out tower. And they are just, they're fleeing pretty pathetically at this point. We'll see if we can charge down any of them, but I suspect it's unlikely. Unfortunately, our fleet is under siege, and by siege I mean it has been sunk. London under attack. Now, I haven't actually smashed up London yet. Okay, they do have a fair few bits of infantry, but I suspect we have enough to hold them off, and they don't have a huge amount of siege equipment. That is a mistake, I would suspect some longbowmen to get slaughtered. Hopefully we can hire some of those at some point. We'll find out one day. Into London, let's defend her. In they come then. Of course, the AI picked a horrendous snowy day, but you know what, we'll get some lovely shots into the side of them. Maybe let's shoot those armoured sergeants over there. We'll hit them non-shield side, of course, which is why we've got the archers over on this side. Shooting beautiful. Okay, we kind of have, you know, we do kind of have the battlements for a reason, lads. But oh well, we're going to shoot over. We've hit a few of them, apparently, and by a few of them I mean like one. Just shit at what you like, to be honest, lads. Archers are not particularly good on this game. Let's not worry about that. Let's have a Schultrum by the gates, please, because they do have some cavalry who could cause us some problems. And with the Schultrum, nicely in position, we will worry about the rest of it. Now, we're in pretty solid shape overall. Armoured Sergeant's going to come up into our lovely silver shield lads over here. We've got the armoured swordsmen to smash into them if we need to worry about that. Yeah, let's just get you guys. Come on, slightly. Can't get the angle. There we go. That's what I want. As long as they don't open up the gate randomly, that would be rather irritating. Now, the best chance they have, of course, is just piling through, which seems quite likely, actually, come to think of it. We could, though, if I'm lucky, do an awful lot of damage while they stand around. Let's shoot some of these feudal knights. That would probably be helpful. Yeah, they've got so much cavalry. So much cav. This is not the Schultrum I asked you to do, you utter gibbons. Now get over here. Just stand and do some defending or something. I don't know. Oh dear. There we are. They've broken it down and we are not in position because we are numpties. So, let's just slow that down for a moment. Try and do something useful, my good sirs. Okay, these guys are going to have to head into those sergeants right now and finish them off. These guys are going to have to hold a little bit longer. I was hoping to, I don't know, do something better than I've clearly just done. The walls are no longer ours. Of course they are. Keep shooting, you silly fools. These lads are done down here. You smash into those longbowmen. That might be a lovely opportunity for a break. These guys might well break in a moment. Get the charge. Get your lances down. There we go. Longbowmen are almost certainly going to get slaughtered by that. Animation time. We'll give it a moment. Only on wavering, but we'll have to take it, damn it. You guys shoot some fire into this general pile of utter turgid death. We pretty much entirely lost that first unit down there, which is not what I wanted to see, to be honest. Not what I wanted to see at all. We have our guys there fighting to the death. These guys are also getting themselves slaughtered. It's just literally our cav at this point, isn't it? Yeah, it's just our cav fighting. It's not really ideal. Can see some boiling oil being poured onto all of these lads at the back here, which is causing them some problems. But we've lost an awful lot as well. Yeah, 50% for them, but about 38 for us. And that's not looking great, if I'm honest. These towers are not going to keep fighting forever. But these guys are going to start climbing down now. Okay, we slightly wasted the cavalry here, but they have at least done a huge job at the front gate and have managed to largely hold things in position. Flaming arrows you'd hope would just get a rout here or there, but they're just largely doing nothing. But it is what it is. How much is left of this unit? I don't know, but there's so much oil. We've got so much oil, it's unbelievable. I think we're going to be able to do it, but unfortunately our general is about to go down, which is not ideal. Can you pull out of there? It's probably too late to pull out of there, isn't it? I think it's too late for Jeff. Oh well, you know what? It's fine. The infantry on the other side are doing the job. He hasn't thrown it away, my good sir. He's been an utter damn hero. And as we climb down, we're going to lose a lot. But I reckon we'll be okay at this point. You guys get down as well. We need you on the ground. Yeah, they're breaking now. They're breaking. We lost more than I wanted. And we don't have the cav to chase them all down. But we have managed to do it. Again, I could have done this one a little bit better, I think. But job is done. Well, they call it a heroic victory. I'm not sure. Quite possibly could have left another unit down by the gate to hold it a bit longer, but I'm kind of happy about how well things went up on the walls, though. So, I don't know. Maybe I should have just left these lads defend where the ladders were and use both the spearmen at the gate. But, you know what? Job done. With any luck, there's a few casualties healed. None for the Mailed Knight, sadly. They're all stabbed pretty brutally. And, okay, a few spearmen have decided to live. That's nice. Apparently, a mission has been succeeded, which was to reinforce the region. Yes, I just trained a huge pile of new troops here, which is rather marvellous. Oh my days, Glasgow is free. Now, I was just thinking, we could do with some more money to keep buying troops. And indeed, the opportunity might well be just around the corner because, of course, if we can take... Ooh, hello, fort. I forgot about you. Not sure about that one. We'll have to have a little think if we can manage that. Ooh, they've lifted the siege on Dublin. That's interesting. Dublin. Oh, we can get some more troops here as well. Oh, this is glorious. Right, we are now in the Barren Alliance era, which means we're not going to get anything from rebelling English cities, sadly. But Barren Alliance could be fun for us. So we'll just grab our fort over here. Can these peasants make it to Oxford? They can. Okay, peasants. Welcome to Oxford. It's quite nice here. Okay. This episode is just constant. There's like no tactics, nothing going on other than just endless sieges. But you know what? Before we finish the day, we might as well head into Glasgow and take this city. Now, we've got Adam de Kilnaclaf, which I really could have read before I decided to pronounce Kilnaf. There we are. Adam Kilnaf kills nothing as far as I'm concerned, and he's a fair fighter. He's soon to be a dead fighter. We might take your architect, that my good sir. Right. A few pike militia for the wolves. Honestly, not great for the wolves, so... I'm not sure what their second weapon is like, but I suspect it's not very good. Time to head in. Let's slaughter them. And Glasgow, I imagine that will have a fair bit of money. Interestingly, they have decided to actually defend some of their walls, which was not expected. In fact, you sirs, just drop that for the moment. Run over there, get out of the arrow fire. Might as well do what we can to support these lads. So I tell you what, we'll get some crossbowmen over. Let's see. So they're now going to move over here. You go back over here instead. That will now confuse them. Lovely stuff. Yeah, some crossbowmen to support would be grand. So yeah, you guys run over there and join up with that ladder. They've got the ladder. Come and attack this wall. They don't know what to do. This tower's not been on the whole time. These lads are pretty much going to be ready once they arrive. And to be honest, these peasants are probably pretty much all these pike militia are when they get rid of their pikes. Oh, it's lovely. And yes, one thing that I would definitely acknowledge about my pike fix video is that it doesn't really... it kind of makes the walls a bit ridiculous because obviously then they're in pikes on the wall. So these guys, luckily, don't have the pike fix. Apparently they have huge swords! Wow! Okay, maybe they have more damage than I thought they might. Well, you know what? It'll be fine, probably. We'll see how all of that goes. But yeah, luckily these guys aren't going to fight in pike formation, so we'll be hopefully okay. These guys are wavering already, which isn't what I wanted to see. I'll tell you what, we're going to get these peasants to take down these gates whilst we're in this part of the world. You peasants, get the ladder up to the wall, capture that. These guys just need to hold, I would suggest. I'm going to put them onto guard, which normally means they do a lot less damage, but does mean that they should hold position a little bit longer. Hopefully, thus not lose as many men, and thus hopefully not break. Now, I could send in some of my good lads to do this. I really want to hold off and use the peasants as much as possible if I can. These guys are getting themselves up on the wall. 73, 86. Yeah, we're losing men quick over there. So let's just get these men onto the wall. That would be grand. Okay, Ram is coming up, but these guys are going to start charging into their flank at this point, which hopefully give these guys the morale they need. Knowing what normally happens in this game, though, as soon as the cavalry or the reinforcements arrive, is when they decide to break. So, you guys head in. Yes, their walls belong to us now, and you, sirs, 72, they are on, yeah, 60, oh, they're doing all right. We are actually doing all right over there. You guys can continue to guard while those guys push in. We're going to take out that ram. We're going to get these crossbowmen up here, actually. Nice and quick, because I could see the general was wandering around before. Has he returned to the plaza? Might still be hiding. Yeah, he's hiding in this back street. Make sure we don't get ourselves onto the streets too much. There goes the gate. That should just start to panic them a little bit more as well. AI normally change their actions at this point. So what are you on, 53 to 54? We are now starting to chunk through them a little bit more effectively. If you guys can get yourselves over here as well. They are running away, which is unfortunate, but these peasants are going to run over this side and then take over this tower. Okay, and then we'll go take them from that side. 50 to 89. Are you? You're wavering and tired. You go onto there. You go to there. Crossbowmen getting into position. We're losing probably more than we should in some ways, but we're using the peasants, which is very much what I don't mind being the case. Right, that's good. They're going to pile through you. You guys head into them, clear them out. You guys go off fire at will for the time being, but we will start shooting them now. Okay, yeah, shoot them in the back as much as possible. Shoot them down. So for some reason they've decided to stand with their backs turned to my crossbowmen, which I would suggest works pretty nicely for me. I'm not going to send anyone else forward for the time being. There's always a chance that they decide to run out, to be honest. So let's just be careful about that potential scenario. Let's get our infantry over here. Let's get our knights over hither. And to be honest, we want to get the rest of our missile lads up to the walls so you guys can start wandering over here. Just walk, but get yourselves in position. Sensibly, the general has decided to leave, possibly because there's about another 400 missile troops coming in that general direction. You, my good sir, just fire at will whenever you want. That's fine. But we've got some good damage done on these lads, and we've only really lost peasants so far. It's time for the standard little arch trap, or in this case the crossbow trap, with peasants who don't know how to organise themselves. So yes, we'll just see how all of that goes. There's still a fair few of those cavalry left though. They can do an awful lot of damage to us, so we are going to have to be a little bit careful. I've got myself a pile of archers in the rear for if we have to go and deal with any flanking manoeuvres. So for the time being though, they seem quite happy to take the shots. Cowardly bunch of fools. Does seem like the last few lads do actually want to charge. Fair play to them. They're going to get themselves killed, hopefully. Quite a lot of peasants probably going to go down in the meantime. But there is the general, and hopefully he can go down to some rebel peasants. That's really how I like life to go. You lads, honestly, you might as well start shooting those pike militia back there. And this general is now fleeing. He's running away. Shoot him in the back, my good sir. Shoot him in the back. And down he goes. Shots about 7 times. At least a couple of them in the head. I was supposed to be getting Everyone into position right now. There we go. There's victory. No, we shoot them down. I was trying to give myself a clean shot, but apparently I've managed to get my crossbowmen into a strange position by accident. So all is fine. We'll shoot the cowards down, and victory, as it turns out, is ours. All of Christendom will be completely confused by the sheer wave of rebels taking over the country. Captain Brian has done his job. Lovely stuff then, and as we finish up for today, there goes Glasgow and another one of the Scottish leaders. Time to sack. It's actually quite small. English soil, just to rub it in. Okay, where do we want troops the most? We can't do anything in Inverlocky. Honestly, down in London is not a bad shout. So let's just get you. Yeah, that'll be nice. And can we afford to retrain any of these? Spear Militia and you. Fine, we'll do that. Unfortunately, not as much loot or booty looty as we were hoping for. I don't know what booty looty is, but apparently it's what we have. So let's not worry about that. I could actually just move straight on to Stirling, which is their capital, by the way. Potentially not a good idea. Let's send you over to Glasgow. Let's not worry about... I'm quite happy in some ways, actually, just to start going on a rampage. Just going town to town, burning them all down. Inverlocky's under siege this time from quite a big army. After that, then... Oh, exactly 0. Nice. After that, then, I think it's time for these reinforcements to head north. And we'll see what opportunities come hither. Free upkeep. Very nice indeed. You normally get free upkeep in the fort, by the way. At least 2 units of free upkeep in the fort. So, well worth utilising these forts at all times when you're playing this particular DLC, which I would suggest you should do because it is most excellent. Right, I will leave you for now. We have made some gains and equally gained no direction in particular, but Glasgow's gone. Stirling, we don't have enough to take that right now, but we certainly have opportunities. Maybe what we need to do is head these Glasgow troops straight north instead. Let's just merge what we've got. And okay, we could leave a few peasants. There's not really much point in leaving these peasants behind. What I might do is I might send them up here to join up with the forces at Inverlocky and Dunsenach, and we'll head on from there. That could be interesting indeed. Okay, I'll have a ponder about that one for next time. For now, I will leave you though. I'm Thomas, this is the Nerds to Human, and this has been our Britannia Rebels campaign on Medieval 2 Total War. Thank you, and bye-bye. Send in the camels, those shiny, smelly camels. Oh, the anarchy loosed upon the world, apart from over here where we're kind of routed. Stupidity got us into this mess. Stupidity will get us out of it, damn it. We'll have a last stand at some point. But it's not today!